Here are 3 underrated rap albums from the 90s that you should know. First up, I got Funk Flex with 60 Minutes of Funk, Volume 3. If you lived in New York in the 90s and had access to the mixtape circuit, I'm sure this wouldn't crack your top 100. If you lived in the suburbs of Oregon like me though, this was pretty much your only access to that, and as a teen, it was so exciting to get a taste of that world. Funk Flex did 3 of these studio mixtapes in the 90s. This was my favorite. A real comprehensive look at the hip-hop scene in 98, which was a real pivotal turning point for rap, one that refuted the jiggy era that came before it and started to move in a more street direction. He's basically getting everyone who was hot at the time to rap over instrumentals from the exceptional Loud catalog. DMX rapping over Mobb Deep's Give Up the Goods, Missy Elliott over Wu-Tang's Triumph, and a peak era Cannabis rapping over Raekwon's Ice Cream. Cannabis from 97 to 98, what a time to be alive. Good mix of classics, blends, and original tracks, including the Tribe and Dilla B-side, and my vote for best Wu-Tang B-side, Put Your Hammer Down. Ghostface has this line that's been stuck in my head for years, Pinball Machine Gun Rap, which I think doubles as a great summation of his rap style, and RZA's beat has a real Daytona 500 2x speed vibe to it. In and Out doesn't overstay its welcome, one of the great Wu-Tang songs. This one seems to be a victim of licensing issues, so best to track this one down on YouTube. It moves quick, feels like a party, and serves as an excellent document of the rap scene in 98. Could be the nostalgia talking, but don't sleep on this one. Next up, I got Crew with the Dirty 30. This is a one-and-done group from the Bronx. They put this album out on Def Jam in 1997 and then broke up. It's too bad. I think they had so much potential, and this is such a beast of an album. 30 tracks of pure vintage boom bap, and like most albums from the 90s, a handful of skippable skits. They had a minor hit with Just Another Case, which has an awesome flip of rhythms, The World is a Place, instantly gripping guitar loop with a hint of melancholy, great Slick Rick feature, one of the best rap songs of 97. Really great vocalists here. Mighty High has kind of an ODB-esque energy to him, and Yogi sounds like Q-Tip if he smoked a pack a day. Musically, it feels like one of the last of its kind before the Swiss Beats and the Timbalands of the world shifted things in a more electronic direction for the latter part of the 90s. Seems like this one is also a victim of licensing issues, as the streaming version is missing a lot of key tracks from the original pressing, including personal favorite Live at the Tunnel featuring The Lox, so I highly recommend seeking this one out on YouTube. And last, I got Y'all So Stupid with Van Full of Pakistans. Rap group out of Atlanta, and this is their only album from 1993. Immediately here, you're greeted by the same Baby Huey Hard Time sample that RZA would flip 7 years later for $1.50 off Ghostface Supreme Clientele, so you know you're in good hands. Vocally and lyrically, they remind me a lot of the Far Side in terms of their group interplay and overall sense of humor. They call someone a bird brain at one point, and the album is broken up with these very Jerky Boys-esque prank phone calls, so there's definitely a jocular spirit at work here. Production-wise, a lot of vintage jazz samples over breakbeats that sound like the cast of Stomp going to town on some broken pipes. If you're familiar with this era, you know what you're getting in for. The group wears their rap phantom on their sleeve. There are references to Brand Nubian, Greg Nice, and A Tribe Called Quest, so they really come across as rap nerds making music for other rap nerds. It's a very energetic time capsule of the 90s. Really recommend this one. Definitely deserves more love.